before we get started, everyone up out of your seats, please. Standing up. Thank you. All right. Grab the zip. Grab the zip at the front of your head, please. Very good. Very good. And do what I do. Ready? Zzz, do it. Zzz. Stop. Open up your head. Scoop out your brain. Yeah, no, you didn't. Hold it up nice and tall. Close your head. Zip it back. Zzz. Nice. Hold your brain up nice and high. And look at it. And say, oh. Beautiful. That's got nothing to do with my talk at all. All right, bring it down. Some of you need to work out a little bit more. You're getting a little shake. All right, so bring it down and look at your brain. Now, in there is your to-do list, yes? I've been an entrepreneur my whole life as well. All right? I've been in business my whole life. I've never actually had a job. Always worked for myself. My to-do list is long. Your to-do list is long. Your bucket list is also in there, yes? All the stuff that you want to do before you die is also in there. But it's only until something dramatic or traumatic or bad happens to you or a loved one, that's when you suddenly separate the two and reprioritize. True? So we're going to separate today, we're going to separate your to-do list from your bucket list. Cool? Cool. By writing them down and separating them, because I want you to start living your bucket list now rather than wait until someday or the perfect time. Someday is not a day of the week. You know that. Good, good. Now, I want you to screw your brain up into like a little piece of chewing gum. No, don't put it in there. And when you sit down, put it up under your seat. Have a seat, have a seat. And put it up under your seat, under there. Beautiful. All right. Now you have a clear head. Yes? Why did you go into business in the first place? To make money? To create time? Our business, who are our entrepreneurs in the room? Who are our business owners? Fantastic. And who is, you might not understand this word, but who is an intrapreneur? You're entrepreneur? Intrapreneur. An intrapreneur is someone that works for someone else but thinks that they can do a better job. Ooh, awkward, awkward. Don't answer that. Don't put your hand up. So, our businesses should do two things. How many things? How many? Our businesses should provide us with cash flow as well as time flow for us to do the stuff that we want to do in our lives. True? So you need to hurry up and build this business to create the time flow and the cash flow fast. Because life is way too short. And you'll see some examples of that today. All right? So let's get into it. Who's seen the movie? I think Ken mentioned it before, the bucket list movie. It's pretty shit, to be honest. Shit. I don't like it. It's about two guys I've based my whole career on this movie. But it's shit because it's about two guys that get given a cancer diagnosis and then they write a bucket list. Now we're all intelligent, smart human beings, aren't we? Hello? Yes? This is where you... Alright, you understand that bit of English? Alright, we're all intelligent and smart people, yes? Yes! Alright, good. Wow. Why do we wait until it's too late? Why do we wait until we get a use-by date? We know people who have been given a use-by date in terms of a cancer diagnosis, and then they've suddenly changed their lives, haven't they? Well, I know people like that, very, very, very close to me as well. And I know that you know people who are out there sleepwalking through their life. People are dying at 40 and they're being buried at 80. True? You might want to write that down in Portuguese. People are dying at 40 and they're being buried at 80. People are in the matrix. You know, we have Mondayitis, which we call it Mondayitis. We've got thank God it's Friday. People saying thank God it's Friday. We've got hump day. You know, these are all terminology, words that we use to describe us going, you know, and on Sunday afternoon, there's that sinking feeling that, oh no, here we go again. My job here, ladies and gentlemen, is to wake you up. But I can only do so much in 1 hour. Right? That's where the bucket list coaches, and I'll talk more about that, that's where the bucket list coaches can hold your hand, you and your team, they can hold your hand and lead you through to create a bucket list life plan. Alright? Because you know, as well as I do, that when you come to a seminar, although I think I'm a pretty good speaker, but when you come to a seminar, I know that 85% of you are not going to do anything. That's the statistics. All right? So we're going to, I'll tell you more about Bucket List Coach and how we're going to do this, and oh my God, look at that. It's ridiculous. You can't unsee that. Look, hey, here's the thing. I want you to draw this, please. Please, draw this, or you might have it in your books. Okay, draw that. That's 10 by 8. 80 squares. 80 squares. 80 squares. Fantastic. Show me your page. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. A little post-it note. All right. Now, that's 80 squares. You may or may not have seen this before. I did some research. The average age of death. Not much of a motivational seminar this morning, is it? It's talking about death and cancer. Well, who brought this guy? The average age of death for males in Portugal. Are you ready? Is 78 years age. 78 for us guys. For females, 85, 84. So you girls, you have 7 glorious years without us. 7 wonderful, happy years without us. All right. We're going to call it, the average age of death in Portugal is actually 81. In India, I've done a 5-city speaking tour of India, not so good. 70 years. Vietnam, 70 years. Cambodia, 70 years. Australia, 80 years. We're going to call this 80 years. What I'd like you to do is cross out, we're crossing each box, the ones that you've been alive. From the top down and left to right. So if you're 40 something like me, half of them and a few more are crossed out. Go. There's some people in the room that are still crossing, just give them time. All right. All right, show me your grids now. Oh shit, really? All right, one down. How does it make you feel when you look at this? Depressed? Shit? Where's my life gone? I can't even remember 2 of those lines. I don't know. Hey, look. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's what we do with our time left. We know a lot of people that have worked really, really hard just to finish work and retire and then died 5 years later. I want you to start living your life now and not wait. Simple, yeah? Now I've got 3 questions for you right now. How many questions? 3. Beautiful. Question number 1. Who in here knows people who have been diagnosed or died from cancer? Wow. Have a look around the room. If you know people who have been diagnosed or died from cancer, have a look around the room. Pretty much everyone. Okay, thank you. Second question. How many people do you know who have been diagnosed or died from cancer? Show of fingers. How many? 10? 4, 5, have a think. Generally. All right, have a look. Nice and tall, nice and tall. Okay, now have a look around the room. Thank you. Third question. How many of them made their 80 squares?
Zero. Some still alive.
Some still alive. Look, the point being, oh, who bought the motivational speaker? Just, don't worry, we're going to get happier from here. It's cool. The point being that we don't, that's the same wherever I go around the world. Bucket List Coach is now in 12 countries. It's the same result. Africa, you know, everywhere. It's shocking. You need to hurry up. You need to build these businesses with the coach, with your Action Coach team. You need help. But I say, here's the thing. I say a bucket list is a tangible life plan, where our career plan or our business plan should fit into our life plan and not be the other way around. True? Is it live to work or work to live? You sure? Work to live or live to work? We get it confused sometimes, don't we? So I'm really bringing home the work to live principle. We all have a business plan, but a lot of us do not have a life plan. And to be honest, guess which one's more important? Not just for you, but for your family. And I flew in here from Australia, 22 hours on in plane. And when I hop on the aircraft, the air steward says, put your own oxygen mask on who first? Sorry? You should put it on yourself first before you can what? Help other people. The same goes. I want you to be a leader in your life and put your own oxygen mask on first. So you can set, before you can help other people, but so you can be the example of what a fun, adventurous, happy, on purpose, meaningful, fulfilled person, what that looks like. Show the example to your kids. Who's got kids here? I have 4. I have 4 kids. They don't want to see a depressed, unhappy, always bitching parent, do they? So it's time to look in the mirror. It's time to restock, recalibrate, and see what sort of example you're setting. I call that person a bucket lister. I want to do business with a bucket lister. Someone who's, happy, who's enthusiastic, who's positive, not someone who's bitching and moaning, not a victim versus a victor. Make sense? That's who I want to do business with. I don't know about you. That's who I want to be in a relationship with. That's who I want as a parent, and that's what I want my kids to be. True or true? So let's get into it. Let's start rolling out what I call a reverse bucket list. A reverse bucket list. We do a reverse bucket list before we start writing our bucket list. Okay? Now, a reverse bucket list, ladies and gentlemen, is... I'm going to keep track of the time. What time am I finishing? Doesn't matter. Beautiful. Half an hour. That's heaps of time. All right. A reverse bucket list. Who's been to a funeral lately? Oh, it gets even happier, Trove. Who's been to a funeral lately? Well, what do they do at funerals? They show your videos of your life. They show the favourite photos, your family. They put it together. They put it together to your favourite music, your favourite song.
That's a wedding.
That's a wedding? Funeral, wedding, same thing.
That's not the same.
No, I'm only joking. Whew. Said the divorce guy.
Different kind.
Yeah, different kind of funeral. I'll do the jokes. Look, the thing is, that's what they do at funerals now, don't they?
Australia.
In Australia. Oh, that's what they do in Australia. Bye-bye.
They show your memories, okay.
Anyway, you get the point. All right, I'll use another example then. If they were to write a book about your life, you've already planned your funeral. Well, they all know what to do? Okay, there's going to be a party? Can I come? All right, cool. If they were going to write a book about your life, right now, would it be filled with adventure and fun and meeting new people? Would it be a bestseller? Heavily downloaded? Heavily clicked and reviewed? Or would it be collecting dust? That's a better example than the funeral example. A lot of us live by default rather than by design. This is an exercise in breaking the mould and living more intentionally, with more purpose. So, a reverse bucket list lays the foundation for us to write our own future bucket list. Cool? So, let's have a look at the reverse bucket list. First of all, who here has a bucket list kind of in their head? This is all the stuff you want to do, all the shit you want to do before you die, alright? Who's actually got one written down? A few people. Good, we're still in a job. It's good, it's good. So we're going to get it out of your head and onto paper right now. A reverse bucket list is all your done list. It's the stuff that you've done in your life. So what I want right now, I want you to think of 3 things. How many things? 3 things that you've done in your life. 3 things that you've done in your life as if they were on a bucket list all the way along. I want you to pay gratitude to that. Right? Think of 3 things. It doesn't matter what they are. Right? Just write them down. Write them down. Reverse bucket list. Here we go. 3 things that you've done in your life as if it were on a bucket list all the way along. Alright. Have you done it? Good. 3 things. Just 3 things. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to stand up, not right now, you're going to stand up and you're going to find a partner. Okay? You're going to find a partner. Now, you're going to share your bucket list items with each other. Now, if your partner says something really cool, that's a great idea, I want you to steal it. Cool? You're allowed, in my rooms, you're allowed to do 3 things. How many things? 3. That you're told not to do in school. You're allowed to steal. You're allowed to what? Steal. You're allowed to copy. You're allowed to what? Copy. And you're allowed to cheat. You're allowed to what? Cheat. And there's to be no judgment. Very important. There's to be no judgment. Because we get judged out there. We get judged on Instagram. We get judged on social media. No judgment in here. So if your partner says something a little freaky, a little weird, a little out there, you go, that's cool. Don't move away. No, just stay there. And you go, yep, there's no judgment. I've heard, in my seminar, I've heard some weird shit. That what people have done and what they want to do. Oh dear. I've got so many stories, it's ridiculous. I've done half of them. But the point being, I want you to share. So let's stand up. I want you to partner up with someone that you do not know. Partner up with someone that you do not know. Now, I want you to pick an A and a B. A and a B. A's, put up your hand. Now, that person who put up their hand, I want you to point at your partner and say, you're going first. All right, go. Yeah. Oh, it worked. Fantastic. Once some people start talking about themselves, oh my God. Yeah, when I do a lot of this stuff in America, I cannot shut the Americans up. Anyway, we're going to get some examples. We're going to get some. So for those that do speak English, which is I think the majority of you, please give it to me in English so I can understand. All right. So give me some examples. Now I want you to either brag. You know what bragging is? Yeah. Either brag or talk about your partner and what they said, what surprised you. All right, so grab the microphone. We've got one here. Fantastic. All right, so give me some examples. I want 3 examples around the room. Come on.
Hey everybody.
Oh.
We have a super match.
What's that?
Yes, the 3 things that I wrote.
Yes.
Yes, exactly the same.
Exactly the same. We're brothers.
I don't know, maybe in another life.
What are they?
Yes, we are talking about family.
Yes.
What about 2 kids?
Yes.
He has 2 daughters, I have 2 daughters also.
Yes.
Okay. Traveling.
Yes.
And we both build companies from scratch.
Beautiful.
And this is the 3 things that we have done.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Give it a clap. He's great. For a lot of you who are in business for themselves, it's such a big dream of a lot of people. I speak a lot to big companies around the world, and they are scared to do what you've done. And you're probably saying, yeah, no, no wonder. But you've chosen to become an entrepreneur, and I congratulate you. Because there's a lot of people, the majority of the world is too scared to do what you've done. So well done. All right, here we go. Go for it.
With us happen almost the same. We have some things in common, just such as a house with a garden for the kids and have some independence.
Yeah.
And happen to finish our course, our degree.
Degree. Oh, education.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
And he has a family, and that was one of his dreams. For me, it was not a priority, so I didn't put that, but it's very important now. And I always wanted to have some connection with the arts. Yes.
Yep.
And I made my course of jewelry, which is one of the things I like to do in life. Now I'm not doing it, but I'm trying to get back.
Oh, you will. Oh, give a round of applause. Thank you very much. And one down from here somewhere. I will just give you the microphone. Don't look at me. He says through his eyes. Don't even come close to me. Who wants to speak? I'm feeling someone here wants to speak. He's avoiding me. I won't put you on the spot because I've got a few more days here in Lisbon and I don't want you to hate me. So, all right. Yes? Ah. Come on.
Hi everyone. Me and Nuno share the same passion, which is surf.
You surf?
Yeah.
Nazareth?
Yeah, volleyball.
Nazareth?
Not in Nazareth. Not yet.
Not
Maybe
yet.
on work at least.
One day.
Well, Nuno have done some
Bruno.
some trips that I haven't done that I want to put on my bucket list.
Surf trips?
Yeah, to Australia and to Indonesia.
Well, we all know, Indo, yeah, we all know each other. I'm a surfer, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. Woo! All right, thank you. Have a seat. See, when I go around the world I ask most people about their goals. And most people's goals are the following. 3 things. They say, put the kids through school, give them a good education, pay off the house, and do a bit of travel when I'm older. and possibly sicker. That is the three main goals of most people around the world. We live in a delayed gratification society. I'll be happy when syndrome. There's a lot, depression is going through the roof. The overprescription of antidepressants is also going through the roof, and it's going through the roof with teenagers as well, which we're very, very passionate about helping. I want people to be happy now. Instant gratification is okay. All right, and what I'm going to show you now is this: the My Bucket List Blueprint. All right, it's an acronym. If you know what an acronym means, an acronym means that each letter stands for something. It's 12 letters, 12 steps. It's a little bit like Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. And you might need it, it is Friday, so we might need a drink after this. So I want you to write My Bucket List down one side of a page, please. Let's go. We're going to do it in a bit of a different way. We're not going to start at M. All right? We're going to start at Y. Y stands for Your Proud Achievements. Write that down. Your Proud Achievements. So, this is the story of Dick and Rick Hoyt. Rick, the son, cerebral palsy from birth. Dick, the father, military man, farmer. Who didn't want a lot to do with his son growing up, if you know what I mean. Until one day they went for a walk that became a run.
I can only imagine.
When they got home, Rick typed into his wheelchair, "Dad, when I run with you, I don't feel handicapped. Dad, when I run with you, I feel like I've got legs," and something happened. Thousands of races later, hundreds of marathons later, and Ken, 7 full Ironmans later.
last forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine.
So what do you want to be proud of before your time is up? Before you get to your 80th square and beyond? Is it, for me I've got one, is to build and design my own house. To be a great dad, to be a great mum. A level of education maybe. To win an award maybe. To start a business, to maybe sell a business. These are things that can be ticked off your bucket list. There's no right or wrong here, by the way. If you haven't got anything for one of the categories, it doesn't matter. Make sense? Most people, when they see me speak, they go into this, oh God, I don't know, kind of state of mind. Whatever pops up is what pops up. But please run this through with your coach. We've got an opportunity to hang out and go a little bit deeper. Why? Your proud achievements. E stands for express yourself. Express yourself. This is the creative part of you. Making jewellery, great example. It could be illustration, it could be animation, it could be photography, it could be art, designing your own tattoo. I bet making jewellery you find flow in that. Yeah? Yep. Yeah, that's it. The fact of the matter, it could be expressing yourself, it could be starting a blog, writing a book. We've had people even write gangster rap songs. I don't know what that means, but I did it anyway. Like I'm trying to be cool. That makes no sense at all. Songs. This is the, making a song. This is the creative part of you. See, the problem is when we become adults, we become serious. And we forget a lot of this stuff that used to maybe light us up. Express yourself. U stands for ultimate challenges. Ken is doing one right now. It's a half marathon. A half Ironman. He will one day do a full Ironman triathlon. These are runs, these are challenges that you can set for yourself that really get you out of your comfort zone. I want you to know this. A bucket list isn't just about the tick. A bucket list is about the journey and the growth of you towards the tick. And most importantly, it's about the you on the other side. The you that you don't know yet. And that's called our potential. You are way more than you think you are. But unfortunately, when we get to 40, we have this midlife crisis, we stop pushing the envelope. We stop exploring. We stop being curious about what we can truly do with our potential. I want to wake you up right now. Now is the line in the sand where you start to explore this potential once again. Stop being so freaking serious. Because this shit's meant to be fun. True? True. Alright, you've got permission. Alright, so you ultimate challenges. Whatever that might be. It could be your first 5k run. It could be a hike. It could be surfing. M stands for meet a personal hero. Who do you want to meet before your time is up? Could be a sports star, a movie star, an author, champion of a cause, entrepreneur, superhero, having met Sir Richard Branson, and I'm sure I was on his bucket list as well. Thanks for your support. Yeah. Not. Who do you want to meet just to get a selfie with? Why not? You know Gary Vaynerchuk? Gary Vaynerchuk? Probably not. Yes. I met him. It doesn't matter. You know Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek? Probably not. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, they're superheroes in my mind. Who do you want to meet before your time is up? B stands for buy that special something. Write that down. Buy that special something. This is the only materialistic part of this. Buy that special something, whether it be for yourself or for someone else. I buy for myself the most extravagant birthday gift for myself every single year. I literally celebrate another year on Earth. Not because all my other presents that other people give me a shit, but I just... How are you going to reward yourself? We don't, as entrepreneurs, we're famous for not rewarding ourselves. Buy that special something. Oh shit, here we go. C, conquer a fear. Conquer a fear. This is a true story. Do you want to hear it? Yeah. Oh shit. Alright, I'll tell you. Look, conquer a fear. So I did this because my ex-wife, that's not because she was in it, my ex, because she dared me to do. The thing is, being the bucket list guy, people dare you to do shit all the time. I think it's funny. And because of my ego, sometimes I say, yeah, I'll do it. No. So that being said, I've got a stand-up comedy gig coming up. I'm scared shitless about that. That's conquer a fear kind of stuff. And I've also got to do a skydive out of a helicopter later this year. I've done one, and that's going to be a solo skydive. Now, I'm not saying, you know, how extreme am I? I'm not extreme. I'm scared. So I've got to go get my skydive license. Anyway, conquer a fear. I, like Ken, grew up as a swimmer. I'm okay in bathers, you know. But when it comes to this, scary. If you're going to put this on your bucket list, I've got some tips for you. Tip number 1, don't do it in the middle of winter. No word of the lie, I did that. Anyway. Number two, don't do it in the art studio that's next to the cafe where you get coffee every day, where the gay barista who serves you coffee was also in the art class. And let's just say from that day on, I got a little sugar in my, you know, extra sweet every time I got coffee. And third thing, always make sure that you're the only person there. I wasn't aware that she was going to turn up. So I've derobed. We've got 15 people in front of me with easels. And there's a couple of responses that you want too. The response number 1, this is what you want. You don't want this one. They were all in art mode, they didn't give a shit. But then I've derobed, I've done my best, and then she turns up, this younger, hotter female. As a red-blooded male, I've seen her walk in, I've seen her derobe, she sat next to me, I've gone, oh shit. And I've done a lot of positive psychology work. I've done a lot of NLP. I'm a coach to life coaches. I've done a lot of this stuff. Read a lot of books on psychology. Let's just say I had to channel all that to talk it down. That was the worst time of my life. Anyway, don't do it. It's horrifying. C, conquer. That says for conquer a fear. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We've done these letters so far. You've written down conquer a fear, yes? Yes. All right. Here we go. T. T, the MT stands for travel adventures. This is easy. Travel adventures. We're nearly done. Travel adventures. But here's the problem. To do the big Machu Picchu trip, to go to Mount Everest, to do all the big things on your bucket list, it's expensive and it takes a lot of time. And we wait so long to do these big trips. Who wants to go to Australia? Who's been to Australia? All right, there you go. And then when I'm in Australia, I go, who wants to go to Portugal? Everyone goes, yeah. Everyone wants to go to Spain, yeah. That takes a lot of time, doesn't it? And Australia's freaking massive too, so you can't just turn up for a week. You have to go there and hang out. The point being, a lot of people live like that. It's my dream. When I retire, I'm going to go to Australia. Now, I want you to be a tourist in your own hometown first. It's what we're paying attention to now is the most important thing. Because when you put on a lot of small things on your bucket list and you start crossing them off, it gives you the momentum and motivation to smash through the bigger ones. It really does. And it's not a matter of resources, believe it or not. It's a matter of resourcefulness. If you want something bad enough, you will find a way. True or true? True. The question is, you haven't got it out of your head first, you've got to write this stuff down to make it real. You've got a 40% more chance of it becoming real if you actually write it down. 40% more likelihood. Forget all the other stats. 40% more. Cool? T, travel adventures. I, personal favourite of mine, idiotic stuff. Idiotic stuff. I know there's a backpacker still within you all. Before life got serious. So stop having fun. What are some of the idiotic things that you can do? And believe me, people who follow me around the world, our bucket list coaches especially, they are masters of being idiots. The great thing about being a bucket list coach, you can now write all your idiotic bucket list stuff off on tax. Hey, welcome to my life. Idiotic stuff. So, I smoked a Cuban cigar in Cuba. I had a Portuguese tart in Portugal. I've had a Bombay sapphire in Bombay. I've had a New York steak in New York. I'm yet to have a Kiev in Kiev. I'm yet to have Tabasco in Tabasco. That's actually a place in Mexico, believe it or not. So these are namesake bucket list items that I've constructed. You're like, I'm not doing that. Well, I don't care, it's my freaking list. What is it for you? It's not just about travel, is it? You thinking? That's not smart because I'm a 4 times hospitalised asthmatic. That wasn't my smartest move. Anyway, I look cool anyway. No, I don't. Alright, S. Satisfy a curiosity. satisfy a curiosity. What do you want to taste, touch, smell, feel, experience before your time is up? This category gets a little weird. I've never been exposed to guns, so this is an example. Shooting an AK-47. I've never done that before. Never do it again. But the point being, I wanted to experience that. Satisfy a curiosity. What are you really curious about? Some people create an X-rated bucket list at this point. Anyway. And that was my mate Cam, who's got stage 4 brain cancer. My best mate, he's got stage 4 brain cancer, and we went to the Burning Man festival together. I was always curious about that. Still with us, not for long though. K, kind acts for others. Kind acts for others. Is there a champion of a cause that's out there that you really love what they do? Is it something local? Is it something national? Is it something international that you're passionate about? Okay, kind acts for others. T stands for take lessons. Take lessons. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, he looks amazing in waiters. I had no idea what the hell they do with this. I was always curious. So that's actually another action coach who took me fly fishing. T, take lessons. Do you want to learn how to sing, how to play guitar, how to play the harp, harmonica, bongos, another language? What is it for you? Take lessons. And L stands for leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. How do you want to be remembered after your time is up? Whether it's straight after, 50 years after, 100 years after. Now is the time to lay that foundation. Leave a legacy. For me, Bucket List Coach really is my baby. It's my legacy. We are having a massive impact right around the world with the people that we do our programs with. Ken will tell you more about it. And our coaches are running 4 programs. One is our Bucket List Life Plan program. You can see all the ticket before you kick it signs now popping up all around the world, obviously with the hashtag. We've got Bucket List Board parties. Now we're running a Bucket List Board party on, is that Saturday and Monday? Yep. We're running our BL4K program, Bucket List for Kids. Who's got teenagers here? Who reckons they need to hear some of this? Yeah, we're doing, our Bucket List coaches are doing the programs within schools. I think I'm giving a talk at a local school on Monday. And also our Ticket Before You Kick Club will be launched at the later end of next year. But guys, in closing, I gave a talk. There's a company or an organisation, not-for-profit organisation in Melbourne, where I live, called the Reach Foundation. And I've raised money for the Reach Foundation. And it's for teenagers, personal development programs, leadership programs for teenagers. Raised a bunch of money for them. They said, Trav, why don't you come down to our headquarters and do a talk for all of the leaders. Now, to be a leader within the Reach program, you've had to go through the program and want to pay that forward. So there's no one over the age of 23, 24 in the room. I said, I'd be honoured, I'd love to. So I gave a talk very similar to what I've given to you guys today. And then right at the end, 50, 60 young adults in the room, one of the girls got up, came to the front, stood about there, and she was absolutely like crying, so much crying. And in front of everyone, I said, what's going on? Why are you so emotional? And then through her tears, she said, if my younger sister had been here to see your presentation today, she wouldn't have killed herself 2 weeks ago. And at that point in time, that's when I found out my why. So thank you, Ken. Thank you, Action Coach team, all the support staff, and all of you for allowing me to come to Portugal and honestly share my mission. It's an absolute honour and privilege. So guys, well,
Obrigado.
obrigado. Thank you.